Q5098, which is correct concerning preventive maintenance when accomplished by a pilot. A. A record of preventive maintenance is not required. B. A record of preventive maintenance must be entered in the maintenance records. C. Records of preventive maintenance must be entered in the FAA-approved flight manual. The correct answer is B. According to FAR 43.3a, no person may operate a civil aircraft unless the maintenance records required by this part are kept in a legible condition for the prescribed period. FAR 43.3 also states that B. The person responsible for maintaining the aircraft shall keep the following records. 1. A record of the maintenance, preventive maintenance, rebuilding, and alteration of the aircraft and its components. 2. A record of the current status of the aircraft and its components. And 3. A record of the maximum time in service for each part of the aircraft. Preventive maintenance is defined as the performance of actions on an aircraft or component to prevent or reduce the likelihood of failure or deterioration. The pilot is responsible for performing preventive maintenance on the aircraft. The pilot must keep a record of the preventive maintenance that has been performed. The record must be entered in the maintenance records. The maintenance records must be kept in a legible condition for the prescribed period. The FAA-approved flight manual does not need to be updated with records of preventive maintenance. The flight manual is a document that provides instructions for the operation of the aircraft. It does not need to be updated with records of maintenance. 5094. Assuring compliance with an airworthiness directive is the responsibility of the A. Pilot in command and the FAA certificated mechanic assigned to that aircraft. B. Pilot in command of that aircraft. C. Owner or operator of that aircraft. The correct answer is C. Airworthiness Directives, ADs, are issued by the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, to address unsafe conditions in aircraft. ADs may require changes to the aircraft's design, maintenance procedures, or operating limitations. The owner or operator of the aircraft is responsible for ensuring that the aircraft complies with all applicable ADs. This responsibility cannot be delegated to the pilot in command or any other person. The owner or operator of the aircraft must obtain and read all ADs that apply to their aircraft. They must also ensure that the aircraft is properly maintained in accordance with the ADs. If the owner or operator of the aircraft fails to comply with an AD, they may be subject to civil penalties or criminal prosecution. 5103, which is true relating to airworthiness directives, ADs. A. ADs are advisory in nature and are, generally, not addressed immediately. B. Non-compliance with ADs renders an aircraft airworthy. C. Compliance with ADs is the responsibility of maintenance personnel. The correct answer is B. Airworthiness directives, ADs, are legally enforceable rules issued by the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, to correct an unsafe condition in a product. 14 CFR Part 39 defines a product as an aircraft, aircraft engine, propeller, or appliance. ADs are mandatory and must be complied with in order for the aircraft to be considered airworthy. If an aircraft is not in compliance with an AD, it is considered to be airworthy and may not be operated. The owner or operator of the aircraft is responsible for ensuring that the aircraft complies with all applicable ADs. This responsibility cannot be delegated to the pilot in command or any other person. The owner or operator of the aircraft must obtain and read all ADs that apply to their aircraft. They must also ensure that the aircraft is properly maintained in accordance with the ADs. If the owner or operator of the aircraft fails to comply with an AD, they may be subject to civil penalties or criminal prosecution. 5987. You are PIC of a flight and determine that the aircraft you plan to fly has an overdue airworthiness directive, AD. Which of the following is an appropriate decision? A. No maintenance is available, so you wait until after the trip to comply with the AD. B. You make the flight because you can overfly an AD by 10 hours. C. You cancel the flight and have the aircraft scheduled for maintenance. The correct answer is C. An overdue airworthiness directive, AD, is a serious safety hazard. It is important to comply with all ADs as soon as possible. If you are the PIC of a flight and you determine that the aircraft you plan to fly has an overdue AD, you should cancel the flight and have the aircraft scheduled for maintenance. Here are some of the reasons why it is important to comply with ADs. ADs are issued by the Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, to address unsafe conditions in aircraft. Noncompliance with ADs can lead to accidents. Compliance with ADs can help to protect the pilot, passengers, and crew from harm. If you are unsure whether an aircraft is in compliance with all applicable ADs, you should check with the FAA. The other two options are incorrect. Option A is incorrect because it is not safe to fly an aircraft that has an overdue AD. Option B is incorrect because it is not legal to overfly an AD. Here are some of the consequences of flying an aircraft that has an overdue AD. The pilot could be subject to civil penalties or criminal prosecution. The owner or operator of the aircraft could be subject to civil penalties or criminal prosecution. The passengers and crew could be injured or killed. 5965. What period of time must a person be hospitalized before an injury may be defined by the NTSB as a serious injury? A. 10 days, with no other extenuating circumstances. B. 48 hours, commencing within 7 days after date of the injury. C. 72 hours, commencing within 10 days after date of the injury. The correct answer is B. According to the NTSB, a serious injury is one that requires hospitalization for more than 48 hours, results in fractures, severe hemorrhages, or organ damage, or involves burns affecting more than 5% of the body surface. Hospitalization indicates significant injuries requiring extended medical attention, increasing the risk of complications and imposing financial burdens. Immediate medical attention and reporting to the NTSB are crucial in the event of an aviation accident to aid investigation and prevent future incidents.